Hi everybody, Gary Francione for the Abolitionist Approach. In my last video, I argued that veganism is, from an abolitionist perspective, a matter of fundamental justice and not a matter of harm reduction. In this video, I would like to discuss briefly with you a couple of issues that came up that I think will help clarify what I was talking about in that earlier video. Should we be consuming potatoes that are cooked in oil in which animal products have been fried? So should you be eating fried potatoes where the oil has been used to cook chicken, for example? The answer is no, that's not vegan. That oil contains animal fat. When you're eating those potatoes, you're consuming animal fat. Now you say, well, but it's just a little bit. Well, first of all, how do we define a little bit? But there are all sorts of instances in which we can think of vegan, otherwise vegan dishes involving a little bit of animal products. You have some otherwise vegan meal, which is sprinkled with cheese or with ground beef. Just a little bit. Is it vegan? Absolutely not. Vegans don't eat, wear, or otherwise use animal products. It's really that simple. So the oil's got animal fat. It's not vegan. The pasta has cheese sprinkled on top of it. It's not vegan. Has ground beef sprinkled on top of it. It's not vegan. Another question that comes up, and actually I've gotten this quite a bit over the years, is the argument that, well, if I'm dumpster diving and I find discarded meat or discarded animal products in a dumpster that people are throwing away, I'm not increasing demand for animal products. What's wrong with my eating them? Well, to the extent that anybody sees you eat them, you certainly are increasing demand because you're reinforcing the idea that animal foods are things to eat, and that is going to increase demand because you're sending a message out, and that message is consistent with the overall speciesist message that leads to our exploiting non-human animals. Well, what if I do it in secret? I just love the lengths to which people will go to try to justify consuming animal products. What if I do it in private? I'm not increasing demand. Well, that may be true. If you do it in private, other people aren't seeing you. But think about it for a second. You know you're doing it, and you're reinforcing for you the idea that animals are things to eat, that animal products are things to eat. If while you were going through the dumpster, you found a nice fresh human arm, somebody who just recently died, it's quite still warm, would you eat it? And the answer is no, of course you wouldn't. Why not? Because human body parts are not things to eat. Exactly. And that's true for animal body parts. That's where we want to get to. That's where the abolitionist movement wants to get to in terms of looking at animal body parts. We need to be reinforcing the idea that animal body parts and animal products are not things to eat. So it doesn't really matter whether someone sees you or someone doesn't see you. There's something wrong going on there no matter what. And look, if you take this seriously, if you take veganism seriously, and you're in a restaurant and you really want some fried potatoes, and they only have fried potatoes that are made in oil that has animal fat, if you take morality seriously, you don't eat the potatoes. It's fine. You can get the potatoes some other place, or you can make them yourself without animal fats. But if your morality matters so little to you that you feel that you just can't give up those potatoes, then I question how seriously you take these ethical issues. But look, it's easy to be vegan, and it's a simple principle. We don't eat them, we don't wear them, we don't use them. End of story. It's not just a little bit, or what if they're discarded, or how about if we cut back? No, we don't eat them, wear them, use them. It's easy to go vegan. Go to our website, howdoigovegan.com. It's got all the information you need. Thank you very much for listening.